today's message is applicable to all types of relationship, but it's especially going to be applicable for relationships that have been existing for a long time. And if you find yourself continuously in the situation where you're waiting or wishing that things could be different, or hoping and praying that someone will finally change, or that they're finally going to accept you or understand you or see you or finally appreciate you and value and get you, and the only thing that you're doing about that is leaning back and sitting and waiting, it's time to put an end to that. Because it's not serving you, and it's limiting you in multiple ways. One, you're perpetuating that cycle by not speaking up. If you're not communicating and expressing how you feel, you're saying that it's okay. You're accepting that reality where that just keeps happening. Nothing's going to change unless you make the change, unless you take action and make effort to stand up for yourself and ask for what you need. It's also keeping you in the reality and experience of being a victim and keeping you disempowered, and that just perpetuates your own suffering. And every time you do that, every time you go through that experience, you're hurting yourself. It's making you frustrated, painful, bitter, and it's also building resentment. So you have two choices: either speak up, express to this person how you feel and communicate to them and try to heal that dynamic or shift it, and they will either cooperate or not cooperate, or simply accept it for what it is. Accept that there's just a mismatch between you and this person, that they're just not going to get you. Humbly accept that and stop trying to be accepted by them. Stop trying to be seen by them. Stop trying to get them to treat you the way that you want to be treated. Just accept that it is what it is and receive it and live in that relationship in the acceptance of what is. Unconditional acceptance and love for yourself and them, where there's no, and stop putting that pressure and that unrealistic expectation and outcome upon that person to show up in a way that they're not capable of showing up for you. But either way, you need to end that cycle. Because the reason that it's coming up now over and over again is so that you can see it really clearly and recognize how you're the only one responsible for perpetuating that. And the reason why you need to close it and end it, because if you don't, it's just going to keep showing up for you to learn the lesson and see that you're doing this, and it's just going to keep showing up in different relationships. So learn the lesson now, retrieve the wisdom now, reclaim your power now, and end it for good. And knowing that when you do so, and you won't be carrying that into the relationships moving forward. You're not going to recreate that anymore. And this is how you start to step in and create space for healthy relationships. The ones where you are not going to have that problem, where people will actually see you because you're going to speak up, you're going to be honest from the get-go. You're going to be clear and communicative about what it is you need and how you feel. And this is how you break the cycle. So take your power back, use your voice, and/or humbly accept what is and move on.